Digital inking can transform your art into crisp, professional comic book look. Today, I'll show you how to master inking in Infinite Painter and level up your skills. Whether you're into comic books, manga, or just want your art to pop, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. So, why is digital inking such a game changer? It defines your lines and shapes, creating contrast and depth that can really make your art stand out. Think about your favorite comics or manga. What makes those characters leap off the page? It's the inking. Inking adds that polished, professional touch that turns a good sketch into a masterpiece. Whether you're working on character art, concept designs, or fan art, mastering inking is your secret weapon. So we have to start by setting up your canvas with a high resolution to ensure crisp line work, even when zoomed in. This is crucial for prints, as low resolution leads to muddy, pixelated results. Aim for a pixel density of at least 300 ppi. Remember, higher resolution can impact your device's performance, so experiment to find a balance that works for you. Next, separate your sketch and ink layers. This makes editing easier and allows for features like recoloring lines without affecting your original sketch. Finally, adjust your brush settings. Customize thickness, opacity, and stabilization to match your style and achieve smooth, consistent lines. Balance flow and pressure sensitivity to suit your preferences. Now, as a side note, I've created a brush pack optimized for comic book and manga looks. You can check it out in the link in the description below to download it. Okay, let's get into the good stuff. Inking techniques. First up, line weight. Varying the thickness of your lines adds dimension and focus. Use thicker lines for outer contours and thinner lines for the details. It's honestly an automatic upgrade to your work. Next, pressure sensitivity. This is something that Infinite Painter kind of struggles with, so it's important to use a light touch for fine details and a firmer stroke for bold, dynamic lines. You'll have to develop a feel for it, especially in Infinite Painter where the pressure sensitivity can be a bit tricky. I recommend diving into the pressure curves of your favorite inking brush and adjust it until it feels just right for your hand feel. Finally, tapered lines. These give your work a clean, professional look. To get those sharp starts and finishes, practice your stroke control. A great way to do this is to find a broad area of your sketch, like a leg or tree trunk. Practice moving your hand across your screen until you get a feel for how to start and end your lines with that perfect, fluid motion. And for those pesky overlap errors, my advice? Don't worry about them. One of the great things about working digitally is that it's really easy to clean up those errors with the eraser tool. Instead, focus on the quality of the lines themselves instead of the finicky overlap details. Remember, even seasoned artists run into these issues. It's all part of the learning process. Ready to take your inking to the next level? Let's talk advanced techniques. Hatching and cross-hatching are fantastic for adding texture and shading. It's like building depth with just lines. Dynamic line work is another game changer. Try exercises like inking circles, curves, and speed lines to improve your control and confidence. These techniques will make your art more dynamic and engaging. Honestly, the hardest part of the hatching technique is understanding when it's too much and over-rendered. For this, make a habit of regularly zooming back out to ensure you understand how the overall drawing is looking. Time for the finishing touches. Review your inked artwork and erase any stray lines. Refine your edges and add highlights or small details to bring everything together. Once you're happy with it, save your project in high resolution so it's ready for sharing or coloring. These little steps can make a huge difference in how polished your final piece looks. If you found these tips helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more digital art tutorials. I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know what you'd like to see next, or share your own inking progress. Your support helps me keep creating the content just for you. Keep practicing, experimenting, and having fun. Remember, every line you draw brings you closer to mastering your craft. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I can't wait to see what you create. Until next time, keep drawing.